I'm gonna just make sure.
You tagged in it though. You are tagged in this post.
As soon as you go live, I'm ready.
Yeah.
Now, hold on,
I got you.
Stacking Smith.
What up, fam?
Hey, bro, I heard y'all got a new store opening up.
Yeah, for sure.
Good, where it's at?
100 North Main.
Oh, Grills in there?
You already know.
Oh, okay, what's it called then, bro?
It's called
Grills on Main Street. 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 What's up, Stacking Smith?
What up, fam?
Hey, bro, I heard y'all got a new store opening up.
Yeah, for sure.
Oh, yeah, that's good. Where it's at?
100 North Main.
Okay, y'all gonna be doing
Over 1 million t-shirts sold, man. That's a sack.
It is, but you know, I'm upset we ain't sold 2 million yet.
That's all. What's most important for you at T-Shirt Kings, man?
Customer service, man. Taking care of my customers, making sure that they major.
What about your team?
I got the best team in the world. They get busy. They love the customers. We got a saying, I don't gotta go to work, I get to go to work.
What are some of the different styles of shirts that like you can get made here?
I got DTF printing. We are definitely the screen print kings. We turn that around immediately for you, which by the way is what separates us from other companies. Somebody will tell you it takes 2 weeks. I tell you it's gonna take 2 days.
Where do you see T-Shirt Kings like 5-10 years from now?
We're already the best t-shirt company in the world. We already are coming up with concepts that I don't see anybody else doing. You order 20 shirts, 10 of them are free. Bulk discounts, fast turnaround, and free designs.
It's completely world class.
One, yeah.
Yo, good, it's your boy Dapper Dash, your boy CEO Dash from LLC. I got my man Elyon in the building.
Yo, what's cracking, man? Welcome to the new season of the Legendary People Podcast. I'm Ahava El Elyon, and my name is Ahava El Elyon, but everybody wants me to come up with a nickname, so I have given myself a new nickname.
Man, wait. I already gave you a nickname. You just kept on with the line. They already started to call you that, man. Like, what you mean?
So my name is Ahava,
Okay.
and my nickname is Ahava.
Start over. Try again, bro. Try again. My man Els, you feel me? My man Els.
My name Els, I don't catch none. Damn, that's kind of good.
I've been saying all right, cool.
Man, Legendary People Podcast, bro. Like, I ain't for sure what season that we in. I think the average show gives you about 10 episodes a season. Is that right?
Yeah, but we got
We did 200 interviews, so now we're in season 20. But we forgot to tell y'all about the other 19 seasons that we started. So welcome to the season 20 of the Legendary People Podcast with me and my bro. We don't. What's dead? What did you tell me was dead, P?
P Dash is dead, bro.
P down.
R.I.P. man. You feel me? He was
That's
a nice
crazy.
young man that was running the streets doing wild stuff, rapping and all that.
Yeah.
But Dapper Dash is here, man. You know what I'm saying?
All right, bro. So the new sponsors for our show this season so far. This is just so far.
Okay.
Horizon Science Academy,
You ain't cool if you don't go to that school, man. You know the vibe.
Dayton High School, man. Horizon Science Academy, T-Shirt Kings,
Gotta be.
Go for Your Mouth,
Gotta be.
Network and Chill,
Yes.
and Kiara Wine.
There we go. For sure.
So right now, that's our starting 5, man. I might even say 6. Who's gonna come off the bench? Damn, that's messed up.
Yeah.
It's not about how you start the game; it's about how you finish. Well, all right. So those are our sponsors, man. We're gonna think of sweet ways to say all of these things. And today we starting our show off with somebody that's got the right type of energy, man.
Yeah.
I like my bro. You know what, man? Since I've been doing interviews and podcasts and stuff back here, man, bro has always checked in with me and commented and just been just like a part of the show. And I always wanted him to come through, man, and chop it up with us. So we starting off season 20 the right way. So now, without further ado, well, we've done this. This is how I'm calculating. We're in season 20. We've done about 200 interviews. I say about 10 interviews per season. So I just did the math and said, okay, we're in season 20. But we forgot to tell everybody about the other 19 seasons that were starting. So we're getting on track. Season 20 in 2023.
Look, bro, they got a scoreboard for that. You feel me? Kobe just thought he put that ball in the hole. Like, he ain't got to count no points. You feel me? Like a scoreboard.
There you go. Right.
Scoreboard.
Right. When players are in the game, you can't ask them how many points they got. And we still in the game. We don't even know. You know what? This ain't even season 20. We'll tell you how many seasons we had when we done with this shit.
There we go.
All right. So come on, P. Without further ado, back over to you, bro.
Bro, I appreciate you, bro. You bodied that intro yet again. Not again, again. Right?
Yes, sir.
But man, bro, we got to start with the viral question, man. And how you feel about this YSL indictment and what's going on with it?
Ooh.
Is Gunna the new nickname for Gunna Snitch? Like, he's Gunna Snitch.
Man, first of all, you gotta. That's tough.
Come on, man. You gotta
It's so many layers.
Mm-hmm.
You. How do I feel about it? It's sad to see. It's sad to see. I ain't gonna lie to you. It's, you know. Man. It's just really sad to see what they doing, man, and it's a system that they created to put us against each other. And no matter whatever you say about it, you know, I'm a person that looks at all angles and all views. How do they look at this situation? How do they look at this situation? Then how do I look at this situation from where I'm standing? And then I figure out, you know, facts and weigh things like that. And I search for other potential, you know, views as well, so I can form my view comprised of everybody's view. You know what I'm saying? I'm really a neutral person. Like, I don't even side with myself all the time. You know what I'm saying?
For sure.
I can be wrong.
I like that
I can
too.
be wrong. And so that's how so especially in a situation that don't involve me, for one, I have to realize that's number one. It don't involve me. That's number one. So, two, if it don't involve me, was I there? Which would mean I'm involved. But I wasn't there. I don't know anybody that was there to get any account on what happened. So a lot of things, we live in an age where everything's viral. Since we starting off with a viral question, everything is viral, and we want to state our opinions, but we have no right to state no opinion about nothing, because we don't have an opinion yet.
But is it gonna change the way you move? And
Nah. Well, looking at the situation, I'm gonna learn what they doing. They got caught XYZ. So as times change, you have to change with the times. So yeah, of course, a way I move is gonna be different watching them. But I'm solid and I stand on my own anyway. I done been through situations like this already. You know what I'm saying? So the way I move by a code with which people say that it ain't no code, but it is a code. But the streets is saturated with so many, and I don't glorify the streets, but you know, it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? And that's how I'm gonna get on both sides of the YSL coin. You know what I'm saying? So I stood, you know, I've been questioned by detectives and shit like that. I ain't got nothing for you. I don't talk to the police. That's my, you know, that's what I say. I don't talk to the police. You feel me? We like to, as black people, we like to be, you know, fuck the police and police brutality, but we so quick to you know, communicate with the police when we supposedly need them. I don't need the police for nothing. I'm standing on that.
car accident.
Listen, if the police is a situation that's set up for you to call somebody, I don't need no police. I could call several people that I already know. I just got in a car accident. Somebody gonna get out their car and check on me. If they don't, they didn't do their part as a human being. You know what I'm saying? I don't even worry about
Is it
that.
okay to accept the help of police though?
In certain situations, yeah.
Of course, there it is.
Yeah.
That's just the
But when it comes to, taking somebody down or something like that,
yeah,
I'm like, do your job. I am not helping you.
right.
I'm not reaching out to you. It got to be a certain situation where, like I said, the system's set up. So it's like, you got to call them in certain situations. You feel me? Because that's the system that's set up for us.
Could you see yourself as being a police officer?
I can't because I'm a felon, but yeah. Not,
Sure.
but
Do you think more bros with
tell you,
our type of
it need to be
mindset
more real
and
niggas in the
consciousness?
police department.
Okay, all right, there you go.
And the problem is we got all these Uncle Tom, watermelon, tip tap dancing niggas that want to be in the police and they want to, I got something to prove to this white man. And you don't got nothing to prove. You know what I'm saying? And that's a deeper issue, and that's an individual issue as well. But when you trying to, you can work at McDonald's, and your money can be tight. Your manager talking about you can't go home and check on your kids, even though some shit the house on fire. If you leave, you fired. So now people are stuck with, decisions that they really can't, that they really comprise. You know what I'm saying? You got to make a compromise. You in a compromised position. Like, I'm just saying, I feel like I need this to take care of that, or I got to do this but if you 100 with yourself, you ain't got to do all that. But to say, yeah, I could, but I don't believe in they system, police department, because you still got to answer to them. You know what I'm saying? Or they going to get rid of you, or it's a lot of, when you that deep, it's a lot of things that it get deep. When you that deep, it get deep. I'm gonna just say that,
Yeah.
People, families be on the line, all type of shit. You know what I'm saying? But what we really do, we'll get to that another day. But what we really need is our own, we need to police ourselves. We got a stigma on the word police, but it really just means regulate. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And we need to regulate ourselves.
I think so too, bro.
But go ahead.
So here on the Legendary People podcast, we're gonna find out.
Oh, this slime. My bad. I'm gonna tell you about this, Hunter, real quick. I told you I'm gonna talk a nigga. I don't know how you gonna get this.
Yeah.
But slime, it's sad to see because y'all signed up for that. You know what I'm saying? Y'all signed up for that, and if you're not in the streets or nothing like that, like people be like, you, especially a lot of people that's not involved in nothing. You don't really get an opinion because you're not in the streets about what's going on in the streets. You would never be in no situation where you're in a RICO to even be like, oh well, this is the. You don't know, and you never will know. You're never gonna be in the RICO. You don't know nobody caught up in the RICO. You don't know. You know what I'm saying? You wouldn't like, so for you to be like, oh, I would never. You would never even be in this position. So just stop talking. But for the people who would be in this position, it's just sad because you're really supposed to be quiet and take that shit. Get you a lawyer. Let your lawyer do the talking. You know what I'm saying? And that's really just it for real. You know what I'm saying? You signed up for this. Keep it solid. Don't say nothing. Everybody can go home if everybody don't talk. They don't know nothing. Unless you on camera, footage, audio, somebody got to be telling on you that way. Or they been watching you for so long and you ain't never, you feel me? But even so, if you move in a certain way, it got to be something that they done got put on to you by. But if everybody keep it solid, yeah. But it's sad what's going on. And I ain't condoning what he did, but it's just sad to see everybody. This man brought y'all to where y'all at. Y'all, basically turning y'all back on you. You're supposed to be loyal to this man because he been loyal to you. He been feeding y'all and all type. And y'all taking these stupid ass deals, 30 years probation to be free. You'll never make that. You telling on this man just to go back to jail anyway. You about to see him. Soon as you violate, you about to go see that nigga. And he probably gonna be running the yard somehow, some way. He got the cheese and he got the clout, he got the pull. He obviously thugging for real. You know what I'm saying?
Can you see Young Thug freestyling in the joint though?
Yeah. First of all, he's gay. That's, you feel me? We know that. He used to kick it with gay men. he gonna be in there cool. But it ain't like, motherfuckers, it ain't like,
Damn.
if you a solid nigga in the joint and you gay, motherfuckers ain't gonna say nothing. I know that's kind of hard to, you feel me? I don't want to say solid.
I don't
I don't
know
want to get
that.
too deep. That's different
Is
lingo,
Thug
but
gay though? Think so?
he said a lot of gay things.
I seen bro in the dress and that was enough for me. But
Man, I seen him in the he be around hella gay people too. Like bisexual.
let's move on, y'all.
But anyway, if he gonna whoop a nigga ass or shank a nigga, ain't nobody gonna be like, oh nigga, you gay. Like I ain't fucking with you. Like it ain't like that. Like he gon' if you about that, motherfuckers gonna give you that respect. What he doing over there, we not a part of that, and I'm not acknowledging it. But I know that he really he gonna be solid if something happen. You can't just try to extort him. Go ahead.
So here on the Legend Review podcast, everything on the orders. Without further ado, where'd you grow up, man?
I moved a lot. So I was born in St. Louis.
Okay.
I was born in St. Louis. And I moved to Ohio. I was 5, 6 years old. Moved to Cleveland.
Okay.
Lived there for a while. Milwaukee for a couple years. Moved back to Cleveland.
Why'd you move around so much?
I never lived with my parents. So my mama got locked up when I was 3 years old. And my pops is just running the streets, you feel me? So they was both in the streets. You know what I'm saying? My mama did a bid when I was 3. I was actually in the car when we got pulled over.
What do you remember from that day?
I remember her pulling over and she started writing something down. I don't remember what it was. She started writing something down, a piece of paper. And then I saw some police walking up. They got her out the car. I ended up locking the doors. And they took her down immediately. My mom was like the queen booster. She was the queen booster. So they've been looking for her. She wandered all over Missouri, Illinois. I was in the car with her though, and I locked the doors. They took her. They tried to open the door, and I grabbed a screwdriver. It was a long ass screwdriver in the backseat. I'm trying to swipe at the police officer. They ended up getting me, but they had to take me to jail. And wait for they took me to jail. They had to take me to jail. I was in county jail. So the first time I ever went to jail was I was 3 years old.
Right.
I went to jail. I was in county jail. I had to wait for my dad to come pick me up. And I remember him talking on the phone. And he was just cussing. And like, you got my son in jail. Like, they came and got me. It's crazy. Like, I'm a baby. Like, little nigga, you got one phone call.
First time in jail.
Damn near that, so you feel me now that I'm thinking about it. Like,
the
damn.
police officers wanted to take you to jail because you was swiping at them with that screwdriver.
I don't remember that part for real. I just remember I was swiping at him with the screwdriver, and I was crying, I was hollering. You feel me? I used to cry a lot, so I was like 10 out of frustration.
Yeah.
I get real angry and I just start crying. I got that under control. You feel me? I didn't got a lot of anger problems back then. For prison, I went to actual prison my damn self. But we ain't gonna go there. But that's when I calmed down. But so my dad came and got me. Like I said, he was running the streets, so I'm living with my cousins.
But this is on your dad's side or your mom's
my dad's
side?
side.
On your dad's
So
side.
my
So
dad's
like
side.
your dad's sister or dad's brother?
Not yet. So I eventually, when I came to Ohio, I was with my dad's sister. That's my mother. So no, I'm the oldest out of them too. They both got other kids, but it's three of them, my mom and dad.
Yeah.
But yeah, I was living with my cousins. That's how we was in St. Louis. You know, all of us. I got a big family,
Yeah.
and we'd be living all together. And 3 bedrooms. I think it was 8 of us. So I was living there. It was rest in peace. My great aunt Lillian. She's like a second grandmother to me. Just passed a few months ago.
Rest in peace, bro.
But I was living with her for a few years, and some other cousins of mine. Like I said, it was like eight or 9 of us in a 3 bedroom. Then we parted ways when I was 5. And I ended up going to Ohio with my aunt. Cleveland.
So like, what one of your like dopest, like fondest childhood memories? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like one of the best times, like feel me, if you could just close your eyes and like think of like the feel me like
I had a good childhood for real. Like my childhood was real traumatic because I got a lot of experience. Like I went to jail at 3, and you know, even not only going to jail, but that experience, but my mama getting took away from me.
Yeah.
Then I ended up not being with my dad. Then I not being with my cousins that I was living with. Now I'm in Cleveland. And then, you know, a lot of things that happened there too. But I had a good childhood. When I was in St. Louis, I was a real spoiled kid. You know what I'm saying? I used to run the streets as a kid. Like, as a kid, I used to run the streets. And everybody knew me. And everybody spoiled me. Like, I was like the chosen baby or something. You feel me? But then I moved to, so that's always resonate with me, just being with my family. There's so much love in St. Louis. But when I moved to Cleveland, I was around a lot of white people who's in the country. And I just love that country living for real. Like they making skateboards and building paths in the woods. We on BMX bikes, you know. That was a great time. Like that was a great time. I can't lie. Being a kid, like, you know, Jackass was out with the white boys. So, you know, they turned man. So we out doing, you know, whatever. You know what I'm saying? So, man, it was a lot of fun growing up with white boys. You know what I'm saying? It was a lot of fun. Can't lie. You know, so I done seen both sides, but it was both good. My childhood was good.
And I'm saying I'd be remiss on the doorstep of asking you your best childhood memory. You know what I'm saying? Besides being locked up at that age, what was your worst childhood memory?
My worst childhood memory is just leaving my family. Just all together. My best childhood memory, I got a lot of memories. My worst one.
Word. So when you finally come to Ohio.
Yeah.
So like, what's elementary school did you go to?
I went to, it's called Allen Elementary. It's torn down now. It's called Allen Elementary in Strongsville, Ohio. It's real rich now. And it was real country.
Did you meet somebody like around that time where like you got like lasting friendships from there, or like who was your like day ones in that era of your life?
So when I moved there, we was like one of a couple black families that lived in the whole town. And my neighbors, all of my cousins, we really family for real. Like we grew up together. Aaron and Andre and Mama Tyra. That's my family. They actually are twins, and they manage Travis Kelce, and they manage a lot of people. Denzel Ward, like they manage a lot of people, and they really need some coverage for real. They starting to get their flowers, but they really goated, man. And them, I mean, my peoples, man. I'm really proud of them. And my day ones, John got married. Congratulations. Yeah, they Aaron and Andre, that's my cousins, but they manage a lot of athletes. I'm really proud of them. They doing big things. They damn near need some, and they need some coverage.
So at that point in time in your life,
Andre, you my manager. I've already told you, so get ready, man. I told you I was gonna deliver. Come on.
yeah, bro, he in the building like light fixtures. You heard? What kind of music were you listening to at that point in your life?
I I listen to a lot of different music for real. So, of course, I used to listen to a lot of Trick Daddy, Snoop Dogg, um, 3 6 Mafia, Project Pat, mainly. It's around
Rest
10.
in peace to Gangsta Boo.
Man, it was Gangsta Boo, rest in peace.
It's my birthday twin.
But I used to like No Doubt, like my older sister Paula, she used to listen to a lot of pop. So, and I was, like I said, I was around a lot of white people at this time too. So NSYNC, Backstreet Boys, a lot of rock, Blink 182, Green Day, shit like that was really popping. So I'm hearing all type of music. You know what I'm saying? And my aunt and uncle, they in church heavy. They always sing in church. So I'm Londa Adams, you know, a lot of stuff. You know what I'm saying? Just
A wide variety. Taste.
why it was, real musical. I grew up real musical. So but I was listening to a lot of stuff. Real music buff.
So
James Brown, I liked it. My uncle used to listen to a lot of blues, B.B. King, Michael Jackson, MC Hammer.
So nah, bro, like you named a lot of same people that like, I grew up on. You know what I'm saying? Like
So many more, but you know what I'm saying?
I know what you mean though. So like middle school, like where'd you go for middle school?
Middle school, I went to 2 different places. So in middle school, Albion, it was called Albion Middle School, Strongsville, Ohio. Then I moved to Milwaukee, and I went to Glendale.
Now, was the demographic different from moving from there to Milwaukee? Like, did you go back to where it was predominantly black?
It was mixed. Again, like my whole life been kind of mixed like that for real. So where I stayed, it was kind of like suburban. It's called Bayside. It was suburb, but I lived in some apartments, and it really wasn't Yeah. You'll be like, down the street was, but we was living in like a dorm for real. Like we was damn near on this. It was college lived right by us. It was called Cardinal Stretch. And it's like this Division III college, and a lot of their students lived in this apartment building. So we was basically in a dorm.
Right.
It wasn't that bad, but you know, it was a classy college. So, but just to give you a visual like how the apartments were set up, it wasn't that big. You know what I'm saying? It was, you feel me, a high rise. I don't know, 6 stories. I don't know, something like that. But it was cool though. But down, like, go up this street, it's okay. This is where the rich for. This is where they at. You go down this street though, you in Milwaukee.
Right.
You feel me? Yeah.
You know Milwaukee.
Yeah, Milwaukee like that. Milwaukee like that. Shout out to Milwaukee for sure.
For sure. So like, what kind of student were you?
I was a terrible student.
And what was?
I didn't do no homework. I
mean, like, that'll make you a bad student. Like, how were you in class? Like, what was?
If you ain't passing, that make you a bad student.
Was you able to remember the information that they was teaching?
So watch this. I had always was years ahead of my grade level. The grade scale. I was always years ahead of my grade scale. And I always had the highest test scores in the grade. But I'd be failing because I wouldn't do no homework.
So like, to me, the difference between a bad student and an unmotivated student.
So this is how I always felt, and it's crazy because I got a lot of ridicule growing up as a kid. You know, I'm bad, I don't do this, I was always in trouble for petty shit. But you know, after so much petty shit, now anything you do is I'm mad. Like, you know, it's over the top. You know, I'm getting accused of shit I ain't doing because I'm the usual suspect. Shit like that. So I'm always in trouble. And they used to be like, you cheating. They used to have to take tests in front of them.
Because they thought you was cheating because
I ain't do no homework. But I feel like if I know the shit, why I got to keep motherfucking doing homework? I got shit to do. Even that as a kid. I've been a hustler since I was a baby.
But what about the work? Isn't that something that you had to do too?
to me, I don't feel like I have to. Why I gotta do all this extra shit? These are systems that we've created because they need to understand where you at. One, we want to know where you at. We want to see where you at compared to everybody else. Not only that, we want you to learn this a certain way, and we want you to be in this box, and we need you to know authority.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Not only that, but you got people that ain't up to par, that ain't. So we have to make sure that they getting it. And my job is to make sure you get it. So I have to make sure you giving me homework so I know where you're at before this test come. But I'm like, shit.
Wait till the test to find out.
Wait till the game, baby. I don't need to give you this.
Practice. We talking about practice.
We talking about practice.
But, yeah, but
I give you one worksheet.
There
That's
is a there's a positive attribute to
hard work.
you having to just go
Work
and
ethic.
do that instead of doing something else. Maybe, you know what I'm saying? Just practicing, learning whatever it might be that could help you. I'm not saying all schoolwork helps.
I feel that.
And I think that the educational system, I think that it can be improved, but with your own children,
with my own children,
with your own children, would
it's
you have
different.
a problem
Spin
with
that
them,
around.
you know, just not doing anything that
Watch
they're
this.
told in school?
Anything I ever say, even some, I'm known to say wild shit.
Yeah.
I can always, it don't matter where you come at, I'ma always have an explanation. So
Yeah.
with my kids, I'ma have them give me homework until I see that they got it.
Yeah.
That's my job. Now, watch this. My aunt was an English teacher.
Yeah.
And this is part of the reason why I didn't do no homework either. She would give me extra work.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So she didn't took on this responsibility of this motherfucking hood, baby. Even though I'm smart, I ain't got no discipline for real. I told you I was 3, 4, 5 years old running the streets with my older cousins. I'm really walking up and down the street going to the store by myself. I know that sounds crazy, but that's what it was. You know what I'm saying? So I done moved here. I'm not spoiled no more.
Yeah.
I have to do stuff. You know what I'm saying? I'm talking about like real, like scrubbing floors. You know what I'm saying? Doing the dishes.
Yeah.
5, 6, like you working.
Yeah.
Go pick up leaves. I'm not doing none of that.
Yeah.
So, and she making sure I have work ethic because, you know, in kindergarten, first grade, they ain't really judging you off nothing but how you know, how engaged you are. And I used to just do stuff to play with them. They don't know that. Like they be like you like let's say you in a, I remember this vividly. Circle.
Mm-hmm.
Doing rhyming words, right? Pop and top. Like, okay, you go over there. Cat, rat. All right, you get the, so you just going in the circle and everybody, if you get it right, you get to go sit down. That's one of the exercises we was doing. You sit in the circle and you get it right, you go sit down or whatever it was.
Yeah.
But and I'm mind fucking them at that age. Like, okay, let me say something that's, you know, that sounds very similar, but it ain't traditionally a rhyme.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
cat and rack. And they like, nope, that don't rhyme. Like, and I'm like, shit, if I say it a certain way, it do.
Right.
Right.
Yeah.
But but my report gonna say he doesn't understand rhythm, rhythmic words. He doesn't get counting.
Yeah.
Or, you know, something like that. But I didn't over here, I'm playing around with some shit.
Right.
I'm so far advanced to these kids. I'm damn near picking your brain.
Right.
I'm not worried about my peers. I'm picking your brain.
Yeah.
You the teacher.
And you know what? Now, kind of like when I was young, like every rap word had to rhyme, like you said, cat,
Yeah.
rat. But now in 2023, the way that you're talking about, like words that sound close enough will go, and it sounds just as good.
I mean,
You know.
double entendre is the
Yeah.
actual term for it. He was doing double entendres at that.
Yeah.
stage, and they're like, it doesn't rhyme like it.
Yep.
It does like.
It do rhyme.
Yeah.
You ain't listening right.
Mm.
You ain't hearing it.
Listening right.
You ain't hearing it. You telling me I'm wrong. You ain't hearing me though.
Right.
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 Word. So, what about high school, man? So,
So high school, I moved to Dayton. That's when I moved to Dayton.
he in the building.
I'm in the building. I'm 15 years
What
old.
was your first impression? Your first time in dating?
So my first time. So in this little pocket of middle school, I was getting in trouble. In Cleveland and Milwaukee. I was going back and forth. I didn't go there I lived in Milwaukee 2 years, but it was a split. Got in trouble. Came to Cleveland. Went back. I didn't get in trouble, but it was so many petty things. Like I was saying, it was so many petty things. I went to a high school. It was called Nicolay. I went 1 year, and it's a white school for sure. It's preppy, but it's a lot of diversity in this school because they was bringing people from Milwaukee. They got foreigners and all type of stuff. It's a lot. It's a melting pot for real. But it's for surely a suburban culture. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So they just not used to somebody like me. You know what I'm saying? And it was always like that. I'm a first generation black person in the suburbs. And it wasn't like we grew this into this. I'm coming straight from St. Louis.
Right.
This ain't no, we didn't ease this black family in here. Like, I'm a nigga. I'm cussing, all that. Like, I'm a baby kid. You feel me? I'm the baby with the shitty pamper. You feel me? That's who I was. And now you done put me in the suburbs and in the country and around all these different people. And only my aunt has experienced that. She's the only person, and my uncle have experienced this. And her kids grew up out there. They my first cousins, and it just shows you different aspects of life.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? My father's sisters living like this, and I was living like this. Now I'm over here
With a whole different
in they world, yeah. Now I'm in they world, and I'm, whoa. You feel me? So, but Nicolay was cool, but I got in trouble, and then I ended up, it was like, we need to change. And I wanted to go back to St. Louis. Like, I'm going back to St. Louis. But, you know, executive decisions was made. And I shipped off here. But I was coming to Dayton 2 years before I actually moved here. So I knew a couple people by hooping. I used to be in the View. I used to hoop at Cornell. I used to hoop all the time. So I used to go to Cornell every day. Like, that's how my summer, I used to spend like a couple weeks here.
Mm-hmm.
Who's you with in Dayton?
I got she's also my first cousin too, my aunt's daughter. So, shout out to Shannon, my sister. She is actually the CEO of YWCA.
Word.
Yeah, so that let you know like where my family is elevated to, you know what I'm saying? So, but yeah, she brought me down here, gave me a fresh start, and it's just funny thinking about it. Like, they got me out of St. Louis to, you know, kind of keep me away from the hood, but then now I'm in the View going to Colonel White, hooping at Cornell.
Okay.
So I went to Colonel White. I see Dub, man. I'm a cougar.
So, I mean, so what you have in that background of
White was
bouncing around, you feel me? Like, did it feel like home, or did you feel like you were just here for a minute and you're gonna be gone after that?
It eventually felt like home. It's home now. So I rep Dayton and St. Louis, depending on who asking. I'm gonna tell you I'm from St. Louis. I'm from Dayton. Yeah. Depending on how I'm feeling that day.
So, at high school, you know what I'm saying? Like, what was your plans for after high school?
My plan, I wanted to be in the NBA, man, like everybody else.
Word, for sure.
I was good, man. I was, feel me? I was good.
Did you
NFL,
play high
something.
school sports?
Yeah.
Did you? Okay. What team?
Played basketball. I played basketball, football, and I ran track.
Did you?
Colonel
what?
White. Yeah, for the
Colonel
White.
Okay. What year was this, bro?
Huh?
What year?
05, 08.
05 to 08. Okay.
My year, I'm the first class of Thurgood Marshall. I'm the last class of Colonel White.
Damn.
My diploma say both of them on.
That's hard.
Okay.
We spent the first quarter, first semester in Colonel White.
And then
It was
moved
like
to
the building
Thurgood?
so bad, we got to get them out of here. Like the building had been bad. They was just not saying nothing. That's another story. But you know, so they soon as Thurgood was ready, they was like, "Hey, y'all in a new building, come back from break."
It wasn't nothing for you to bounce up school shit. Like, you know.
It wasn't nothing for me. It was over anyway. I'm a senior.
That is so cool though, bro. Honestly,
Yeah.
like y'all actually moved to the Roth building.
Yeah,
Damn.
tearing it up.
So was you
Immediately.
over there with Staten?
It was a fight the first day.
You was with?
I was with Staten.
You
Yeah,
with
I was
Staten?
with him the first 2 years.
Okay.
He used to come hoop with us in 8th grade.
Yeah.
I think that was my first year there. My
Greg,
first year there.
Gainey,
Yeah.
Staten,
Yep.
Melvin. That
They
year.
came. I was a senior.
Okay.
Gainey came the next year.
Gainey. Okay.
Yep.
Shout out to
Shout out to them.
Yeah,
Y'all
that's my
doing
bro.
good,
He's
man.
doing firefighting and he's
Yeah. I'm proud of my young guys,
He
man.
gonna come to the Godcast and chop it up with us.
Yeah, that's a good dude. Them all good peoples, man. Shout
Yeah,
out to
for
Juan
sure.
and all them. We gotta listen. Anybody from Colonel White, man, we gotta build a brotherhood, man. You know what I'm saying? Of course we gonna say like, oh yeah, I went to the White and it's gonna be love, but we gotta really come together and be like a real alumni. Like that's what the city period is missing, is real alumni.
Agree.
Uh,
Really why CJ
but-
can go build a whole stadium.
Yeah, but you know, we got a lot of good people, man, that came from the White. We gotta, you know, we need to come together and make something shake. But you know, shout out to them.
Okay, so like what happened at, you know what I'm saying? Like how did high school end for you?
High school ended. I was the man in high school. I ain't gonna lie. I always been the man everywhere I went. I ain't gonna lie to you. But high school, I was the man. I ain't gonna lie. I played, like I said, I played basketball, football, ran track. You know what I'm saying? I was dressed nice. I was smart. You know what I'm saying? So I had long hair. Like, they let me braid your hair. I'm getting my braided hair braided in class. I ain't got to do too much. You know what I'm saying? They wasn't expecting me to do a lot of homework at Colonel White. They was trying to put me up in the AMA class, but I'm like, I'm cool. You know what I'm saying? I like it where I'm at. I'm gonna do my little worksheet in the class. I'm gonna ace this test. You feel me?
Right, like you on your
I ain't gotta do nothing but worry about what I want to do. Get some money and go play basketball, man. So I loved it. I loved it, man. And it was full of beautiful women like Colonel White. And they still beautiful and still on their shit. Shout out to all the ladies from Colonel White. Like, man,
respectfully, for sure.
for sure.
So like what roles led to you being eventually incarcerated?
So after Colonel White, I went to college. I played football. So I had a good year.
What college were you at?
I went to a HBCU, the Johnson C. Smith University.
Okay, word.
Yeah, man, I was a Golden Bull, man.
Yeah.
Charlotte, North Carolina. Hey, listen, I went on a trip, and I fell in love with the field actually. So I got invited on the trip, and first thing I saw was the field, and you can see like the field on the hill. I got this big giant bull on the top of the hill, right?
Yeah.
In front of the track, and I think the track blue, if I'm not mistaken. The track is blue or something like that. It just looked beautiful when you're looking down at it. And the stadium ain't that big, but it's nice. You know what I'm saying? And then you got the skyline right there. Like this, it's a big highway and a skyline right there. Where the field is, it's like almost like 3D. Like you can pick at the skylines and the field like. Shit crazy looking. I'm like, I'm going here. I don't care if they ain't won a game or not.
Right.
I'm going here. And then
Yeah.
we started walking around the campus. It was hood as fuck, and I fell in love. You feel me? Like, I can't take that out of me. Like, and I do a lot of classy shit. Like, I go wine tasting and shit like that. But I love being a hood nigga. Like, I really love that. Like, but I know what comes with that. So, but growth and maturity, I know I ain't gotta indulge in everything that come with being a hood nigga to be a hood nigga.
Right.
Like I'm a hood nigga. I'm from the hood. Like
Top, yeah.
I don't have to keep doing shit to prove to people that whatever the fuck they got going on there, I know what I'm doing and I'm about to do that.
Facts.
I don't care what you think is relevant for real.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? But yeah, I I fell in love with it, man. That campus was beautiful. It looks crazy now, like compared to what I was. But I went to college and I'm like, man, it's the projects. They got us all stacked in this motherfucker. I got a roommate. We all sharing the bathroom. There's roaches in this motherfucker.
Right.
Mats thin as hell.
We
I
eat
got
noodles. Shit.
We eat noodles.
Right.
It was bad, like, bruh.
Right back to where I was.
Hey, like, what's going on, bro? You got the damn Motel 6 heater and AC, the twist. That motherfucker, like,
Are you
bro.
out on the field and you ain't looking where you about to be sleeping?
Oh man, I walked in there like, what the fuck? This higher learning. This what they reward you with? This don't look right, bruh. Roaches?
Right.
I could have went to the library and found these books, man. Been at the crib.
Right.
Yeah.
Word. So again, like, what road led to you eventually being incarcerated?
Yeah, you got to keep me on track.
I got you, bro.
I mean, that's a great curator right there. Interviewer.
Don't be
So-
talking to him like you in feature, man. Don't be
That's
doing that, man.
Curate. He had to throw out interviewer because curator might have threw some people out.
Okay, cool. For sure.
Oh,
Shout
yeah.
out curator lock.
Yeah, so I was in school and I started a lot of production shit that I got going on now. So you're gonna see a lot of stuff from me. It's really from relationships that I've already built. And I built a lot of these relationships at Johnson C. Smith. And so I eventually stopped going. I came back to Dayton trying to finesse, you feel me?
You a date nigga for sure, cause every person we got on here, like Daquan cooks about every time he had a second, he was back here in Dayton.
Daquan, hey, listen, Daquan was in the city a lot.
For sure.
When he got in the league, we used to be doing like 7-on-7s, open gyms, and he used to be like, man, what the fuck this nigga keep doing in the city, bro? Like,
He
that's
loved
how
it.
niggas is. You
Love it,
niggas
bro.
love it.
When we date,
But I
you
mean,
gotta come back.
there's ways that you could do that, but you can't let it consume you. A lot of times when you ain't been places, you don't really know the game, or you see the play ahead of time.
Right.
I'm not tying that into him, but you know what I'm saying. But
In general.
in general, you feel me? Easy shit. Just applying it to myself. I came back, and I should have never came back, or it wasn't the time to come back, or if I was, I overstayed my welcome. You know
That's
what I'm
a great way
saying?
to put it.
And I just ended up going to prison and just caught up in the streets for real.
Damn.
I mean, it ain't nothing that I did. Somebody actually, it's a long story. We can get to that another day. But I got locked up for some shit I ain't do.
Right.
I ain't fit the description or nothing. I went to trial and lost.
Damn.
So
What time were they trying to offer you before you eventually?
they ain't really offer me. They wasn't trying to give me no time. Until like it was trial day. Day in the trial, I'm about to walk into the
They
courtroom.
say, hey, here we got this beautiful deal for you.
Man, I'm like, no.
What was the deal? Do you
They was like, it was gonna give me. It was an F3, mind you. I got failure to comply. That's the fleeing and eluding, running from the police. If this would have happened in Dayton, I would have got a misdemeanor charge.
back,
Right.
They wouldn't even been looking for me.
bro?
You know what I'm saying? Like my name would never even came up. You know what I'm saying? So it's out here in Clark County, Honky Town, Springfield, and they didn't charge me with an F3. And I was actually at a spot with my peoples and it got raided. That's how I got locked up. It got raided. Some niggas doing goofy shit. Made the spot hot, and had a warrant. I didn't know I had a warrant. And they took me to Clark. They like, we don't know. It's Clark County. You gonna have to ask them when you get there. And so, but basically they gave me an F3, and the day of trial they was like, we'll give you F2, and since I ain't have no record, I'm eligible for probation. Now this is what this is some shit they try to catch you up with too.
So they tried to, like, make the charge more serious?
Less serious. I ain't mean to say F2, F4. I'm sorry.
Okay.
You right. Thank you. Yeah. So they was like, we'll give you F4. I could get an F5, but it was like it was F3 at first.
Yeah.
But they were like, we give you F4, and he like, if you take this, you ain't got no record. You'll probably get probation. You feel me?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You eligible for probation. I'm like, man, I'm cool, bro. Like,
Cause you actually didn't do it.
Nah.
You was innocent, man.
nah. But even if, I mean, when you gotta really sit down and kind of know what's best with you. You know.
Yeah.
If you've been in that situation, I ain't never been in that situation where I was really playing cat and mouse with the system,
Right.
like that on that level. Like,
Yeah.
I've definitely been doing it a long time, and I've been winning. You feel me? But now I'm really charged with some shit, like prison time. So and the way it just was developing, I'm just like, nah, like they ain't even got shit on me. Like, I'm not doing that. And like I would never do that. And so and another way they'll trick you out your spot is they'll try to say something like, we'll give you F4 and you eligible for probation, and then you go into that court, you done took the F4, go into the probation, and then the judge give you whatever the fuck you want anyway.
Right.
And you looking like, damn, I thought you said you was gonna get me probation.
Yeah, like they say, like you're eligible.
They be like, nah, you eligible, it's up to the judge.
Exactly.
So now it's like, I done took this charge thinking I'm about to get something else. And you feel me, you didn't feel victim to the system.
Did a finesse.
They done finessed you. And I never let a motherfucker finesse me. You know what I'm saying? Not without me trying to get what's mine.
Right.
So if you think you about to come over here and I'm trying to finesse you. Even if I did do it. I'm trying to, you feel me?
Mm-hmm.
We ain't finna play that game.
Right.
But I really didn't do it. We gonna box it up.
Yeah.
Right.
Like, you feel me? And they told me I was facing 18 months from my first judge. And then I ain't never been there, so I went to go see her, and they slid my paperwork to her, and I ended up having to go see another judge.
Mm-hmm.
So, because it was a felony, and they ain't know that. They had changed it, I believe. I don't really remember, but I think that's where they had bumped this up to a felony.
Mm-hmm.
And so she tells me 18 months. And she like, this is F3, this carry 18 months. You aware of that? I'm like, oh yeah, like, okay. Then the next one, I ain't really even hear about no more, you feel me, what I'm facing after that.
Right.
You know, it was just F3. So when I'm at trial.
What prior to trial, like what was your lawyer telling you leading up? He said, man, looking good, not looking good. Did he recommend it?
Man.
The deal?
So my first lawyer was a public defender.
P. Diddy's.
And we had got into it. He pissed me off for real. I wrote a letter to the judge trying to get out. Like, you feel me? Like, I got some evidence. I got a car. I got a receipt in my car that'll get me out of here. You know what I'm saying? I wasn't nowhere over there. You feel me? I was at a telly. So,
P, move your camera to the other side of you.
So, but I'm like, I'm homeless. You know what I'm saying? I don't want him to have no address in me.
Right.
Yeah.
You feel me? That's how I move. And but I get my lawyer day. He come see me, and he like, yeah, for future references, if you feel me, I wouldn't. If you was trying to get out on ankle monitor, you shouldn't have mentioned that you homeless.
Real good point.
I'm like, all right, well, I'll rewrite it. He like, I already sent it in. I'm like, you sent it in?
So
So
he knew that wasn't.
Man, listen. A lot of shit that went on, man. The investigator, after I mentioned the car, the investigator said they drove up and down the street. And the street ain't long. They like, you feel me? We drove up and down the street looking for this car, and we didn't see it. Like, why wouldn't you just go to the address I got locked up at?
Right.
You feel me? Like, stop playing with me. But I can't say nothing. I'm locked up, and I ain't really got too much contact with nobody. You know what I'm saying? I'm just in that motherfucker looking stupid. You know what I'm saying? I got one person that's from out of town, not from out of town, but he out of town, relaying messages. And you know what I'm saying? I ain't really hearing shit. It's slow for me. You know what I'm saying? So I ended up getting a lawyer. He was a piece of shit too, though.
Man.
It felt good, but it's like trial here. I ain't never been to no trial.
Right.
except for what I done seen on TV. You know what I'm saying? So, and my day, I only had one witness, was the state trooper. So this shit was quick. I'm thinking it's gonna be a couple days. You know what I'm saying? So it was like, oh, this shit just came in, and it was like, all right, we over.
You like, wait a minute, all my evidence ain't even.
I'm
out
like,
here.
yeah, listen. And my lawyer was, you feel me, sold me out. You feel me, swapped me out.
Because you need private investigators to go
Man, listen.
investigate what like you need. Go get the receipt. Go get this.
It was so. This a week after Trayvon Martin got found not. Jeff Zimmer, what's his name? George Zimmerman got found not guilty. You know what I'm saying? And I got on the phone with my aunt, and she like, man, I knew you was guilty. As soon as Trayvon Martin, you feel me, ain't getting no justice. It's a bad time for black men in America. And I was just sitting there, you know what I'm saying? It ain't no way you could even convict me. I don't even fit the description. Like nowhere near it. This man on camera saying, nah, that ain't him. And then after 3 hours, y'all couldn't find no suspect you was looking for on the side of the highway. You didn't call Greene County and they got the dogs out there, can't find nobody. This nigga decide he want to just be like, yeah, you know what, that's him. We asked this man, why didn't you do an investigation? This man said, because I knew it was him. Are you what?
How that's
Come on.
stand in trial, right?
Man, come on. Man, they found me guilty in 15 minutes, I swear to God.
Damn.
This is a jury trial or a bench
The
trial?
jury trial. 12.
15
I walked
minutes.
in, they took me to my holding cell. I took a piss and they said, Mr. Jones, they ready for you. Walk back, and that was it. Slammed.
What was the jury count? Male to female, black to white.
It was 2 black people, and I knew I was bad when I walked out there because they ain't look at me. It was like this. I said, man.
Still,
They hit me with a 3-piece, and
3
in my
years?
head, and in my head, I'm thinking 18 months.
Right.
That's what the last judge told me.
Did they sentence you that day too?
I got sentenced about a week later.
So for something that you could have did
The
probation,
judge was asleep, and there was 2 jurors asleep. I told my lawyer to say something. He never said nothing. He said something at my sentencing. The judge said, it's too late for that. You were supposed to say something during trial. It would have been a mistrial.
Right.
But go ahead. What you was gonna say?
nah, I'm just saying, like, damn, bro, like if they're gonna offer you something like
They was offering me
probation.
they was offering me a F4, which would have been, I was eligible for probation if I
Right.
took the deal.
right,
I told him fuck him. I said, go tell the prosecutor to fuck you. My exact words. And he was like, I can't tell. I said, nah, you tell him. I said, fuck you.
Did you- I don't know. how
At
to
sentencing,
think. I'm
it
trying
was
to
like,
think
this man a
damn.
menace to society.
How old was you,
A state
bro?
trooper. I was 23.
Yeah.
23. They sent me 3 years. They maxed me out. And then my
every second
I
of
did
that?
every day for day. I ain't had no good days. I was always in the hole. I was maxed out. I wasn't thinking about that shit. You feel me? But I'm gonna tell y'all, Charles Slicer III, he handled my appeal. I feel like he purposely mistyped a couple things that was critical to my appeal, and they threw my shit out. And this nigga ain't never said nothing about, you feel me? I wrote him a letter, and I'm like, hey, bro, the first line that you done wrote was, when you get maxed out, especially on your first time, your appeal, you gonna get a damn near automatic sentence reduction.
Right.
So I'm on there, I'm like, bet, I gotta get a sentence reduction. And he sends me, like a pre-copy of what he gonna send off to the judge. And I forgot what the document's called. I'm so far removed from fucking prison shit.
Say that.
But my appeal, my pre-docu appeal shit, paperwork. So he sent it in. He sent it to me first, and I'm like, hey, the first line say we're seeking a sentence reduction. He was sentenced to 5 years, and we looking for a reduction. And I sent right him a letter back like, hey, I don't know if it gonna matter, but you done said 5 years and not 3, man. So I heard nothing back from this man. Charles Slicer III, don't fuck with dude. Dayton area. Yeah. Don't fuck Charles Slicer III, don't fuck with dude. He's swapping you out. So they denied my appeal ASAP. I mean, ASAP, but you know I'm in prison, so shit take time. People don't realize that. Like it's a process.
Yeah, it ain't no overnight.
You know what I'm saying? So motherfucker thinking you getting sentenced, and soon as you get in there, you fighting to get out. Like nigga, you in there.
Yeah.
Period. You in that motherfucker. Get comfortable. Even if you got money, get comfortable, nigga. You gonna do a year before we even get back at you. At least 6 months if you got, you feel me? Like you got real people really fighting your lawyer, and they still just gonna give you a soft, we got your shit.
Right.
That's a courtesy letter. They gonna give you a courtesy. You ain't hearing nothing from them for a year, nigga. So it's about 6 months, 7 months later. I'm John Paul Ryan.
John Paul Ryan.
The GOAT.
For sure.
Son, and you feel me? Daddy, all of them. They GOAT.
Sure.
You feel me? That's who my lawyer is. So he came to actually see me about some other shit. It was a lot of cases. Like I was really out here, man. Like motherfuckers seeing me about shit. Detectives pulling up. You feel me? About cases, about people asking like, bro, I done hit him with like shit. Y'all drove 3 hours. They ain't tell you. I don't talk to the police. You know what I'm saying? Like y'all drove up here for nothing. They should have told you that. So I got in because another case they was trying to, you feel me? Oh, somebody had said he was there or around. You feel me? Go see if you can get something out of him. But you feel me? One of my partners had a case, and I was just like, yeah, I was there, but I'm telling you now, don't expect me to get on no stand or give you no statement. Just know shit was self-defense, and that's all I can get. Word. And you can figure out how you gonna make your play. You know what I'm saying? But other than that, I'm not gonna be one of your witnesses. And it don't matter if it's my partner or not. Like, I just don't do that. I don't get involved in none of that. You know what I'm saying? So now, but you know, now they somehow hearing shit too. You know what I'm saying? So now detectives is coming up trying to see if they can get me. Like, ain't gonna be none of that. So,
where was you locked up at?
I was locked up in a Noble, Caldwell, Ohio. Damn near see West Virginia on the, feel me, from the mountains.
Was there anybody who held you down that like you weren't expecting, or who?
My aunt held me down. That was it. I ain't really talked to nobody for 3 years. When I was getting ready to come home, one of my partners that was locked up with me, he ended up being locked up with me. He went home before me, and he got in contact with one of my other niggas. His name Oteezy, and he got in contact with my other nigga, Tony Graham. But them was my partners, you know, day ones, and that was just somebody I could call. And RIP to both of them actually, but that was somebody I could call. You know, we setting up shit in motion, getting ready for me to come home, and there was a lot just going on at that time. And I was probably like 6 months from the door, 6 to 8 months from the door when they passed. So, but other than that, I ain't talked to nobody. My aunt, that was it. She came and visited me damn near every other month. You know what I'm saying?
Was you heard anything about Mama Love, Dad, any of that, like during that time?
Say that again.
Like, what you heard, you know what I'm saying? So, like, from your auntie, were you hearing anything about, like, your dad, your mom during this time?
Nah.
Okay.
I don't really speak on it.
Word.
I talk to him, but I don't talk about it. Like, it ain't nothing to talk about.
What was your plans for when you came home?
Money. I go back, figure out how to not come back. Figure out I had a lot of plans. I had to wrote my shit down. My main thing was out not coming home to nobody. So my aunt wanted me to stay with her as I transition. I'm like, nah, I'm cool. You know, it be bitches that be, you know, young ladies be you could come home to me, you know, they want you, they want a nigga fresh home. They trying to
It's a trophy to them.
yeah, sister, brother, I'm not coming home to nobody. That was my main thing. I'm not coming home with nobody. I'm not depending on nobody. I know what it's like to live with other people. You know what I'm saying? It ain't your shit. So they'd tell you, a motherfucker tell you like, oh, it's all cool. But eventually, they gonna get tired of your ass in that same spot that you at. Whether it be the couch or the bedroom, like, then they gonna have to get used to your habits. Do you even want to get used to their habits? Like, I'm not doing none of that. Like I'm cool on it. I need my own space. So I made that happen. And from there, I just have a lot of businesses that I got written down and I keep doing it. And music was one of them. One of the big things that I said I was gonna do. I had a lot of shit that I did when I came home. It just never came into fruition. But it's all coming full circle now, you know. So, but yeah, I just had a lot of plans. You feel me? Just open up a lot of different businesses. Focus on this music and this entertainment.
Word. So like, what was your first thing that like you did when you came home? What first thing you ate? It gotta be.
I ate some bullshit, man. I ate some bullshit. I forgot where I was at. I forgot what I did, man. I forgot to eat, I think. I was so excited I forgot to eat. And or we was far away from somewhere and I had to eat like Wendy's or something. I was pissed. I was pissed.
Well, there goes that Wendy's deal.
But I ended up going to Wendy's deal. They wasn't giving me no deal, no way. They got pepperoni on they fries. Feel me? They ain't finna put me on nothing. I think I ended up going to one of these hibachis, man. They all the same to me.
For sure.
But yeah, I was like, man, fuck that. We need to go somewhere, bro. But yeah, I ended up going to some hibachi. I don't even remember. Like I said, that shit, I had to like. My nigga Gomez was, I ain't gonna lie, he came through in the clutch. I knew him from my nigga Tony G. That's actually a crazy story. I almost shot that dude when I first saw him.
Allegedly almost shot.
Allegedly, I almost shot this man. And there was no bullets flying, so, but he was just a suspicious dude. moving funny. And he was like, hey, hold up. I'm here for Tony. I was like, oh, all right, my bad, bro. Like, you know, he like, oh yeah, that's my dude. My bad. I forgot to tell you he was outside. You feel me? Like I said, it was a lot going on at this time. So it was like, yo, it's a nigga outside, bro. Like looking like it's crazy. So, but that's how I met him. And like I said, I was like 22, 23 when I met him, and we really wasn't like that. So for me to come home, and this was the nigga who picked me up. You know what I'm saying? He picked me up. And I slept on his couch for 3 days before I had my keys to my apartment. And it's crazy how he even stepped in and looked out for me like that. You feel me? So big ups to Gomez, man. But yeah, that was crazy. But to go back to what I was saying, I had to be around him or somebody else that was there to really unlock that part of my brain again. Like, I don't even think about this shit. Like, but if it got unlocked, it'd be like real vivid. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh yeah, okay, now. Like, if I be around my niggas I was locked up with, they get to start talking about, I'm like, oh yeah, now I mean. But other than that, I'm like, that shit closed off. I ain't thinking about that institutionalized ass shit. Like, I ain't thinking about making no fucking break. Like, I don't do shit like I'm about to cut up a pickle in the summer and put it in. I'm not doing that. Is you crazy? Like, yeah, bro. Like,
so let's talk about. So like, you also had time to write a children's book.
yeah, it ain't out.
Right. We're still looking for an illustrator, right?
I'm looking for an illustrator. Damn, y'all did y'all homework.
Yeah.
Hold up. I ain't gonna lie.
Let me get that handshake on tape one more time. And
Yeah, get that. Yeah, get that, man. I did y'all homework. Hey, I did write a children's book. That's crazy. I did write one. I'm looking for an illustrator. I got a couple.
Man, I heard children's books do really good too, bro.
They do.
I heard children's books do
They do.
well. My boy Shantae Kennerly, who's an author of Bricks,
Yep.
he said that when he goes and does a lot of his book signings and book fairs and stuff like that,
Mm-hmm.
that the people who write the children's books always seem to have like a booth full of people getting stuff.
Yeah.
So
Children's books
yeah.
we
important.
actually got to connect for you, right? So we just had on yesterday. We had on Sharna, who
Yeah.
just got her Cherry Lynn illustration for her character. So we got to connect for you if you need an illustrator.
I got a couple illustrators.
Okay.
I'm just what's holding it off now is I'm trying to get some just iron some stuff out with my family. Like my aunt's side of the family, her kids, they all in education.
Mm-hmm.
So some type of education, you know what I'm saying? What's up, man?
Yeah.
What's up, man? You all right? Yeah.
Oh, sh-
this what y'all was talking about? Man.
shit. Yeah.
I messed it up.
Oh, this part right here, look.
It's cracking.
Commercial break.
Over 1 million tickets sold, man. That's a sack.
It is, but I'm upset we ain't sold 2 million yet.
What's most important for you at T-Shirt Kings, man?
Customer service, man. Taking care of my customers, making sure that they major.
What about you?
All right, y'all, we back.
So,
Got a little technical difficulty.
I watched that episode when y'all was talking about the astral plane too.
Yeah.
Yeah. We'll go too far. Yeah. So, what's another path like you could have take if you know what I'm saying you could start all over again? That like you could have focused on.
Oh,
If you would have
shit.
focused all your energy and talent into something. What else could you have done?
I wouldn't have did nothing different. And everything I say I'm gonna do, I'm do it. I'm actually doing it. Like you said, when you get time to write a children's book, like I wake up, my dreams be vivid. My dreams be vivid, and I can control for the most part. And it's crazy because I got a couple of sleeping disorders that keep me from waking up. But I might see some fire shit in my brain, and I tell myself like, wake up and write this shit down.
Right. Happens to me all the time.
So in that moment, it might be 3, 4 a.m. and I don't have no tight sense of tiredness when I'm in that zone. So I wake up and it might be 2 a.m. and I get writing some shit and don't be done until 2 p.m. And the entire world was shut out to me. Like I'm just focused on that. I ain't seen nothing, I ain't heard nothing else. Tired, then I get up. Next thing you know, my neck fucked up, back fucked up, like my body crashing on. And then I crashed for like 2 days.
Damn.
So I done inserted all this energy into getting all this shit out. Pause.
So, all right. So man, here on the Legendary People podcast, got a thing called the butterfly effect. Either something you said in the course of an interview or something I found in the course of my research, I found to be truly profound and amazing, man. Just going back to like one part of your life, and I always draw parallels, man. It's one thing that makes me, you know what I'm saying, great in the stock market. I can draw parallels. And I just remember that story of you and your mom in the car and Ahava in the car with his mom.
Oh, yeah.
You feel me? Feel like in that same instance where like the cops had pulled his mom over and his mom had said in his book that you guys gotta get the book for sure.
Yeah,
You
for
feel
sure.
me? His mom was like, you gonna have to kill all of us in this car, right?
Yeah.
You was the one in the back seat with a screwdriver, like, nah, like, you feel me? Like, you feel me? So to me, I'll draw that parallel between y'all two lives. Another thing is, man, like, you having that way of bouncing around now in the city to be on the east side, to be on the west, to be anywhere, like because you already grew up like that, like you already had these different experiences to where someone else will like come in and be kind of shy in this element, but then they flourish in this one. Nah, like
I could go in any room.
you feel me? You know what I'm saying? Like home is your atlas. You know what I'm saying? And another thing was like I'm saying, you being the, you know what I'm saying, like only black family in like certain areas, it made you be built different. You know what I'm saying? Like
That's for sure.
and you coming
That's
up with
for
your
sure.
own style and stuff like that is all incorporation of all of the different ways you grew up. Because like when I saw you at the Cypher, you know what I'm saying? Like you had
I know.
Yeah, like it blew my mind to see you
Yeah.
out there with the rebel flag and all this shit. And you know what I'm saying? That's what you started out with. Nigga. I'm the only white boy that can say nigga.
nigga. I'm the only white boy in this motherfucker that can say nigga. I'm the only nigga in this bitch that's gonna bust something. Who gonna check me? Crickets. I ain't heard nothing.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
And you feel me? And then, but look, I'm glad he did that because then that also goes back. You know what I'm saying?
Shout out to Poetic, man.
Shout out to Poetic University for sure. Now, peep this, bro. It's a bar right here because a cipher is a circle. You feel me? Of MCs. And I
Yeah.
go back to when you was a kid. And in that cipher, you was still different. You still rap
that's
different.
hard.
You still did your own pattern.
That's
You did it your
hard.
own way. You still was different. And for that, bro, you are unequivocally a legend, bro.
Ooh.
I appreciate you, man. Your
Hey.
legendary observation.
Yes. Yay, man. She's in my observation screen, man. Nah, she's lit. All right, hold on, but let me rock with you one time. Yeah. But I think that one thing that I had thought was when you was talking about that you wasn't a good student and just kind of like that lane right there. But bro, you so much brighter than the average person.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean? I did read something that said sometimes, man, it's up to the students to teach the teachers.
Yes.
And I think that if we had like a lot more of that type of vibe where we wouldn't take away the children's creativity and tell them certain things are wrong, man, when they're actually right. And like, man, for real, you can do everything that you can imagine, man. But the people who tell you that you can't is what puts up those blocks to stop you from even trying.
Oh, God.
You know, telling your goals to people, man. Plan your work your plan, but never tell nobody else what you planning. Because when people can't see these things for themselves, they can't see it for you. So they'll tell you that you can't. And every time they tell you that you can't, even though you think that you still can, they create that little bit of doubt in your mind. And then when the challenges arise, it makes you stop because you feel like, damn, this is all worthless. I'm not going to be able to do it anyway.
Yep.
So, yeah, man. So I think that it was cool that you was able to just march to the beat of your own drum, man, from way back then. And it seems like you still got that in you right now, bro.
Thanks.
You know what I'm saying? And being able to overcome anything, even prison or whatever else might be in your way, you were still able to stand up for yourself, man. And even if you had to go to jail, it could have been just a plan of the divine in order for you to get that experience to build to make you who you are right now.
It was another experience for you to add to your bag.
Mm-hmm.
Listen, if it wasn't for prison, I ain't gonna lie to you. If it wasn't for prison, and just the other thing about it,
Mm-mm.
I'd probably be in there longer or dead. You know what I'm saying?
Real shit.
Or there's a lot of things that I probably wouldn't even be ready for. That God has in store for me. Because I was a real bad hothead, man. And I was a real cool nigga. But once I you know, once that switch flipped, it was on. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? I've always when I put my mind to it, it ain't gonna stop me. And
Yeah.
it's no different like that. And I used to a lot of shit used to trigger me. Just different traumas, different, you know what I'm saying? So I was triggered in a lot of different ways. So I'm always being triggered. So I'm always like, you know what I'm saying? I'm big on respect and all that. And you know, especially when you're a kid. Like I said, I was in the streets when I was a baby. And my dad used to raise me like a grown man. You know, I was never staying the kid's place. So now I gotta be in all these situations and spaces where I'm a kid. So now I'm snapping on motherfuckers like,
Yeah, like, you
like
talking to me like I'm a
talking
kid.
to you. You feel me? Like, hold on, nigga, who is you talking to? You a baby.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But I was really like picking stuff up, trying to beat people up and shit. Like, wow. You feel me? But all the way up until this point, but prison just really calmed me down and showed me patience. You know what I'm saying? And I wasn't in the cell for a lot of the time. I was in the dorm. So I have hundreds of niggas walking around whenever the fuck they feel like walking around. They constantly moving past my rack. So, you know what I'm saying? A lot of that is like, a lot of people being here capping. Well, prison is the cap central of the world. You can be whoever you want to be.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? That's what they call it. The United States of prison. You could be all you want to be. You could be whoever you want to be. And I used to always be a nigga that be like, nigga, you lying. And now I'm around the whole, like, it's 200 people in here, 150, I'm lying.
Right.
So now I'm over here getting into it, niggas, and nigga, you lying. I'm getting headaches and shit. You feel me? Frustrated. I'm fucking myself up. Checking these niggas, or so-called checking these niggas. I don't want to hear these. Then you had to, OG had to tell me, like, bro, you got to let these niggas cap in peace. And that's one of the things I worked on. Not being so, you feel me,
Argumentative.
not argumentative, but
Fact checking.
impulsive.
Impulse.
I'm real impulsive. You know what I'm saying? Like, I punch on him, you feel me? I cuss him out, you know what I'm saying? And that really helped me, like, daily. I'm waking up every day, talking to myself.
And the last question. Because me and Ahava is taking donations for this thing called the Legendary Time Machine, right? In this time machine, once we get it built, you better go back in time and whisper one thing in your ear. Where would you go in your life, and what would you say to yourself? Word. That's hard, bro. Man, pay some bills, man. Get about it.
All right, y'all. I'm Ahava Elyon. My nickname is Ahava Elyon. I got my nickname. I did want to make sure everybody knows this too. So, because I did want to make it easier for people to remember my name.
All right.
So, legal name Ahava, nickname Ahava.
Bro, we already trashed that one, man. Come on, man. Your name is L. Your name is L. Who don't take no L's, man.
He said easy.
Even harder, like
Love everybody, man. Hey, network and chill every Monday with my bro P Deezy.
For sure.
Y'all, it's lit. Oh yeah, we still on. We paying these.
We gotta start this other set.
Damn, we 21 minutes over. 21 Savage. I seen 21 Savage father, bro, on another podcast. Yeah, he said that his.
Back when I was moving to Dayton, right? I moved to Dayton. I was in the View for the first year. My second year, I moved to the Oaks. And like I said, I always been a hustler since a kid. I went to Colonel White, so every weekend, I walk all the way from the bottom of Maine, literally the bottom of Maine, all the way to damn near where we is right now.
Okay.
And back. I hit up every barbershop and shit like that. I used to always go in to go for your mouth.
Damn.
My CDs, I used to sell CDs. I was a CD man. I was a kid. Lil Wayne and Gucci made me a lot of fucking money.
Shout out to them.
Yeah.
And
Allegedly,
listen,
you don't want them coming back for them publishings.
Allegedly.
Come on,
listen.
You need a lawyer on
Alleged.
staff.
I was a kid.
Yeah.
Fuck it.
Statute of limitations.
Statute of limitation. But look, you probably don't remember, that's my first experience with you, bro.
Yeah.
That's hard.
So I've known you for damn near 20 years now.
Wow.
You might not have known me, but I used to come in your store every week.
Yeah.
Sell CDs. I was a little nigga.
What?
That's what's up, man.
Buy CDs from you too.
Yes. I'm so glad I did that. I was buying them and goddamn.
He had what I had,
I would
though.
do that, man. Support, bro.
He had what I had, though.
I did that to support you, bro.
I did that to
chill,
support you.
man.
He had what I had. I had it that day, the day before.
Right.
That Piff was a bad boy.
telling
Ain't
you.
nobody know about it when I knew about it.
Come on. For
Sure.
So I told you you
All
should
right.
live in other places.
Man, love everybody, y'all. We'll be back tomorrow.
Legendary People Podcast, Legendary People, Legendary Stories.
Oh, we got Jason DBKS tomorrow.
Yes, Jason tomorrow, man, dropping off his brand new movie, man. You feel me?
I gotta get that, Jay. Jason, put me in a movie, man. Quit ducking me.
Yeah.
Choppers Only brand 2. I forgot to shout that out, man.
Here we go.
Choppers Only brand.
That's hard.
Yeah.
I'm going on tour.
Hold on,
I'm
let me
gonna
get
be
you
in
your
West
solo
Virginia this
shot.
weekend.
Yeah. Also, what we got here? We got Washington D.C. coming up.
Washington D.C. coming up next weekend. I'll be in D.C. next weekend, and I'm gonna be in West V this weekend. And shout out to my young niggas too, man. I'm looking for a team that's willing to be a part of this, man. You need a team, and I'm looking for some assistance right now, but anybody that's trying to hit that road, man, I'm putting it together. This ain't no fugazi, man. I don't do no frauds and shit. I did a whole tour last year. I did a All-Star weekend up in Cleveland. I don't know nobody who did that. I mean, I done did a lot, and I ain't, you know, ain't nobody really be giving me no platform to, you know,
Yeah.
to talk my shit and pop my shit, man. I feel like ain't nobody on my level, man. I ain't being on no cocky shit. But who performed at All-Star weekend?
You.
And we
Go
welcome
talk.
you back, man.
Yeah.
Broccoli City
Man.
Fest. I'm performing at festivals, all that on my own pocket. I'm looking. You
Shout
feel
out
me?
to Torch Turn Up.
DJ Torch.
Torch up. Torch
That's the best DJ in the DMV, man. When I perform, I ain't gonna lie, man. He really turned me up, man. And it just lets you know, like, the DJ is very important. And I want all artists to know that the DJ is very important to every aspect of your career. So I always pay respect to the DJs, man. And that's just some real game that I could give just artists.
And drop
Feel
your
me?
social medias and then we.
Follow me at TMO TIMO. That's TMO TIMO. All platforms. I got a song I just dropped too, 2022 freestyle. Go check that out. It's out now. I got the official video. 2022.
You dropped
Also,
Yeah.
that was the end of 2022 year.
Yeah.
I'll make it show.
You feel me? But it's a gap. You feel me? Between 2020 and 2022. So this year is all, you know.
It's all 2020.
It's all 2020. This is also 2020. You know what I'm saying? 2020.
Yeah.
You play on
It
words.
is.
You know
It's
what
a
I'm saying?
decade of 2020.
And
for sure.
I originally planned to do it at the beginning of the year, but it worked out.
The
You feel
video
me?
fire too.
Video fire.
on
Make
there
sure y'all
dropping.
got. It's not the usual music that you've heard from.
Yeah,
me,
it's nice and crisp.
but I got a lot
Look
of
good.
music in my bag, so it's a lot of shit. That's another topic for
All
another
right,
day.
y'all.
Just know I'm in VSB
Man.
this week.